Hey, what's going down, everybody? It's your favorite homeboy Jethro, and these are my opinions. So it's another beautiful day here in Kentucky, and I thought I'd make a video for y'all. And I was inspired because I was listening to some music. I love music. I love singing. I sing in the car all the time. I sing in the shower. Like I'm a singing fool. I really am. I love it. Every time we got one of our new dogs to calm them down, I would sing to them in the car, and it's kind of how I bonded with them. And so, yeah, I was listening to music today, and pause real quick. Hey, shout out Jay Williams. Let's live life. Anyways, I was listening to some music, and this song, Fine Again by Seether, came on. And it's a great rock out song. It'll hit the notes. And so, but I was listening to the words, and then they hit me like a sledgehammer because it brings up, some memories. And the first time I ever heard the song was when I was in active addiction, and I was, at a very, very low place in my life again, and I had asked for help, and I had gone to rehab again. And this one was a really, really expensive one. And it sucks because, even from the day that I went in there to the day that I left, I knew in my heart that I wasn't done, that I still was going to use again. And I just, I can't explain how or why, but it's true. It's like until you hit rock bottom and you really decide, I don't want to live like this anymore. And it's like nobody can force you to come to that decision. You can't be blackmailed into that decision. You can't be, you can't be bribed into that decision. It has to be 100% in your heart for the right reasons. And I had not reached that point yet. And the song is really poignant about people in all walks of life suffering and going through pain for all kinds of reasons, and like from the small and petty to the big and huge. And no one can judge your pain or know how you experience things unless they were you. So everyone processes and feels things differently. But then we also all feel a lot of things in common. That's why we all like songs and movies and generally agree on lots of things. But in the comments when I was reading it, because the song is kind of about the sweet release of going over the Rainbow Bridge, because no matter what you're suffering, if that happens, at the very least, unless there are the fiery pits of hell, hopefully, hopefully that no more suffering once we pass the Rainbow Bridge. And so I was reading through the comments, and it was a 2-year-old comment, but the guy wrote, 6 days ago, I went to check on my brother who was in active addiction, and when I went into his room and I found him, he was on the ground. He had headphones on. There was like a 6-song playlist that he was listening to, but he had crossed over the Rainbow Bridge, and from how everything looked, it seemed that he had done it on purpose. And that Fine Again was playing when he took the headphones off and was like, what is he listening to? And it's my heart just broke in that instant for that guy. And it's 2 years ago. I'm sure it still stings as fresh as if it was 30 seconds ago. I mean, it maybe dulls with time, but it never gets less intense when you lose somebody. Oh man, because of the message of the song and everything, but also having gone through the sickness and the depression and everything, because most of us have to do horrible, horrible things to feed our addiction, to keep pace with the demon inside of us that is constantly screaming with every bit of energy it can muster, feed me, no matter what. Doesn't matter. You got kids that are going hungry, you would think, I get it. Normal people look at us and like, how could you choose a drug over your children? And it's like, yeah, what could be so powerful that it would overcome your most basic instinct of to protect your child? Like I said, anyone who doesn't understand addiction, just stop and think about that just for a second to understand the depths. And it's like, it's not just one or two people that have done it. It's millions, unfortunately. And man, it's just so, my heart broke for that guy. But that's part of the reason why I put myself out here and I make these videos. And I know I'm loud and crazy and abrasive sometimes, and that's just me, and I can't apologize for that. And if it offends anybody, I'm sorry. It's not truly what I'm out here trying to do. I like to laugh and I like to enjoy life, and I just want to, if these messages can help one person pick up the phone and call a counselor or call a clinic or call a loved one, call a relative that you thought you'd never talk to again, and can you help me one more time? I'll try. I really will. And if you believe it, it can happen, man. Like, I'm not joking. It wasn't easy. It took everything to crawl out of that pit and to be standing where I am today. And so I'm begging anyone who's struggling, just, you don't have to live like this, and you can get help, okay? I mean, I'm going through some crazy, crazy stuff in my life, and I'm really trying to, like, think everything through and not, as I said, I'm deeply upset with some of the things that have happened, but it is what it is, and tomorrow I gotta believe will be better, and I do believe that. So I just, again, the song hit me really hard, and the message did, because I understand, and I'm so sorry that your brother didn't make it out of that pit. And I don't know him, but I guarantee you, bro, he tried. I guarantee you he tried. But the fear of the sickness, man, he said, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. And it is a disease. I know it was our choice to pick it up in the first place, but you can't help how your body reacts to certain things. And again, my body is so fine-tuned to, it's ridiculous. I mean, like I said, I didn't find opiates until my 20s, but if I had found them when I was 12, I would have become an addict when I was 12. It was just a matter of time until it happened. I firmly believe that, because most people take a pain pill and they get drowsy and they go to sleep. Like me, I took the first one and I was like, whoa, man, let's clean the house. This gives me some pep. And I'm telling you, that is the biggest warning sign. I'm telling you, like I said, unless you fractured your back in 3 places, Tylenol and ibuprofen will do you just fine with some ice. It's not worth the risk of getting hooked on that stuff for the rest of your life. We had someone who works for us whose daughter broke her leg in 3 places, and I literally took him aside, and I was like, I'm sure she's on all kinds of pain medication right now. I was like, you need to watch that so carefully, because I can't tell you how many people I've sat next to in meetings and everything else whose story started, I got a prescription from a doctor, and 6 weeks later I was an addict. It can happen just like that. So, like, if your kid gets his wisdom tooth pulled and a week later he's like, oh, I really think I might need some more of that pain medication. No, he doesn't. He don't ever need it again in his life. And if he's come to you to ask for more, definitely doesn't need any more in his life. Like, I'm just trying to get the message out there and educate people about the warning signs, because I'm serious. Like, there's bad people in the world, and I kind of jokingly believe maybe there should be a judge with a magnum and a drop cloth, but I would not wish this sickness on my worst enemy, because it's cruel. And I wouldn't wish this on anyone. But, again, I haven't put an illegal opiate in my body for years, and I'm so proud to be able to say that. And if you're in active addiction right now, it's not gonna be easy. And I know I sound like every other cliche recovery spewing, out there, but it also happens to be the truth. So, to all my brothers and sisters in active addiction, I'm praying for you, and I love you, and you can make it out. And for their family members, I know tough love sometimes may be the answer. It wouldn't have been for me. And if you have a loved one that has reached out and wants help, maybe give them that one more chance. It just might be the time that sticks, and you might get your loved one back. And I know my parents would have given the world to get me back when I was in the depths of it. So, I love all y'all. This is Jethro. Be good or be good at it.